or he'll take too much damage. And so what he's doing right now is playing a long game because he realizes that Sumail has to go for so much here.
Oh, Madara's actually taking a huge amount of damage. Universe is going to go for the dive here, but they do have some magic sergeant. Here comes Fear with the Abandoned Shield. They will be able to get the kill. The Bristleback looks like they're going to get Alley as well. Oh, man, disaster for Evil Geniuses. They go for the dive on the tower. Fear is actually taken up with his Treant, so he will be able to survive through that telekinesis. What do they do with this Abandoned once he hits like level 6?
I think once he... Oh, and actually AUI, a bit of an annoying maneuver is he's actually thrown up there in Universe.
Oh, they have the Malphus. They could actually, or even the Black Hole. They could keep Universe long enough to be able to hit the Light Strike Array. Here comes the jump down. AUI is getting low enough. Madara's going to be able to collide with them. Nice double Light Strike Array. And Thug ensures he gets a double kill. But Sumail coming in big. Might just be able to get a couple kills as well. Telekinesis gets laid out. He has no more mana though. He may just die. Madara lands up in 1 second. Doppelganger threw the bottle up. He's got 4 more seconds, but the lance is there. The last couple of right clicks. Madara needs one more, but he can't get it. Now he's got to back up Sumail. 8 HP. How ballsy do you feel? He gets one right click on Madara,
do this, Sumail.
but he backs himself away. He's going to give his bottle over to AUI. They both bottle themselves up, and Sumail can actually go back in potentially with this double bottle. Do you still go for the Necrobook 3 route on the Beastmaster, which is the most popular build?
I think it's still really effective. If you go for the Blink Dagger, it feels a little bit too all-in-ish.
Yep.
Like, you can't really farm that well. Your stats aren't that great. And
oh my god, the Black Hole Smart just throws it over the cliff. Doug is going to be able to hit the Light Striker away, and with the Laguna Blade, they take out Sumail 7-5 to the favor of Bloody Conspiracy.
Oh, and I'm so sorry that I talked over that because that was a sick Black Hole.
That was amazing. Spartan actually just throws that over the cliff so beautifully, catches out Sumail right as he was halfway through the Blink animation. From Sumail. Now, he tends to go for the very aggressive builds. This means he can easily pick off the Lina quite early on, as well as, you know, Enigma, the Phantom Lance, or even potentially the Invis Rune is going to be able to catch out Thug. Nice blink ahead of the Light Strike Array. Just that extra bit of bonus points, but they do have the jump in, the relocate. Going to be able to threaten Skylark here, as they can't really turn onto him. AUI gets super low, but Sumail does go down to at least the Rubik. Skanks is actually trying to get AUI as well. Well, won't be able to catch up to him. Meanwhile, Spartan surrounded by Universe as well as PPD. Skanks trying to get out of here, but he has no escape, no TP, and no extra movement speed to get ahead of the goo. Universe just takes over, and this is the problem, right? They can't focus the Bristleback anyway, but particularly when he's got an 8 Universe farming up his Ancient stack. We also saw something similar where they were farming up the Ancient stack on the Radiant side. They are very efficiently farming up this game. As we approach the 20-minute marker, you could see they have the top 3 net worth on the boards here.
They know that Spartan's here, and I don't think they think this is bait. They're probably going to go for this as he gets silenced up.
Yeah, the relocate's going to come in. Spartan orchid it up, and not much he can really do. Skanks is there to be able to help out a little bit with the Sprout, but Spartan's still going to be chased down, and Skanks is going to have to try and hide himself away. Look at that, he needs his way through the trees to make a little bit of a juke in case he was pursued.
These are such aggressive wards by EG as well. This one here is meant to spot the rotation through here, or actually when they decide to go for this top tier 2, because it's more effective than having this one up here because it's going to get dewarded so quickly, right?
Right.
And this one as well will just spot the jungle out, and it just kind of spots out rotations, and Universe is the target, but he's so tanky.
Yeah, look at him. He's already taken 2 different ultimates, and now he's back up to half HP. He's going to turn and fight everyone with the help of Fear. They've already thrown down the ultimate to Thug. One more right click, but it looks like the slow of the board will keep Fear at bay. So Bloody Conspiracy do manage to survive, but oh, never mind. Sumail comes in from the side, takes out the Rubik. He's got to blink up in just 1 more second. Thug doesn't have that Yule Scepter Light Strike Array. Attempted to get Sumail. Oh, that was a good attempt, but unfortunately doesn't quite get him. Now Spartan is going to be taking the Orchid and chased down by Universe. They are so tanky. Tier 3 towers mean nothing to Evil Geniuses.
That was actually a really sick attempt by Thug.
Yeah.
He stops moving, thinks about where Sumail is going to go, and Sumail at the same time, I think, actually anticipated that. Because he had the blink up, he waited half a beat, and then he blinks in. Great
yeah, I think he faked
players.
out the blink, right? Like he stopped the animation at one point.
Yeah, that was just a good move by both players, and right now EG are just rolling to such a lead. But it's just the fact that Universe is so tanky. Like, you can't kill him. He had 17 wand charges and mech. He was perfectly fine that entire time. Like, if you use 2 ultimates and you can only bring him to 30% HP before he uses the wand or the mech, you're so screwed.
And now there's going to be, as we said earlier, that early Roshan take by Evil Geniuses means that the second Roshan is going to be taken by about that 20-minute marker. Meanwhile, Madara is still trying to farm up his Diffusal Blade, and it's getting to the point where, yes, the Diffusal Blade will be an annoying factor for Evil Geniuses to have to deal with, but they'll be so overly farmed that they just will not care. They'll be able to persevere pretty easily, particularly thanks to the Wisp and the amount of mana he'll be able to feed into Universe. Now, Madara's going to come in, try and intercept this as much as possible, but they already have the blink. Oh god, Madara taking now the Orchid as well. The rest of the team is going to be coming in. Bloody Conspiracy managed to blow up the Wisp right away, but Sumail is ready to go with that Aegis. Evil Geniuses thinking about going back in, but it's London Conspiracy do still have that black hole to fall back on, so Evil Geniuses say, it's fine, we got Roshan, we got an Aegis, and all we did was give away a Wisp.
Yeah, you might as well reset there. There's no point in trying to get into that fight. But at bottom, I mean, Sumail has used his blink already. It's going to come up in 2 seconds, and PPD is there for the follow-up. But this is still a decent fight, I feel, for
missed Light Strike Array. PPD, who didn't have the borrow time, they potentially could have bursted him down, but no such luck. And now London Conspiracy have to back themselves away. They take the Yule Scepter on the Universe.
All right, you know what the play is? You get a Glimmer Cape on the Enigma.
Oh, Fear going to be spotted out here. Thug immediately side-to-buy stuff by Fear, who's hoping just to be able to survive a little bit longer, but the Black Hole managed to catch multiple heroes here. They're going to kill Fear, but now they might need to get out AUI. As sure enough, Sumail comes in from behind, takes out the Enigma, quickly gets the Lina kill as well. Sure, they lose Fear, but well worth it for EG. They needed Rage buyback from Fear. As he comes back in, looks like they're going to use this opportunity to push down the Tier 1 and Tier 2 at the top lane.
You always have to anticipate that. If you're playing against a lineup that EG has, there's 4 heroes that can instantly come back in. Fear has the TP buyback as well. If you get into a fight, it's never going to be a simple one-for-one pickoff, right? Like, you have to kind of anticipate losing at least one hero for that, and I mean, they lose both, and they do force the buyback out of Fear, but I feel like that's less of a Rage buyback and more of a, okay, they just used everything. They don't have Black Hole. That was their only mechanism for getting back into this game. Let's just push in. Because that really was. Like, if London Conspiracy hits a 5-man Black Hole into like a LSA, then maybe they can win the fight. But without that, I feel like they're a little bit limited.
Or AUI gets taken out by Skylark. They do also have the side device to be able to stall him up. So even if the Wiz does go down, Skylark plays for his very aggressive play. They are buying a lot of space for Madara to be able to get some split pushing and farming.
Yeah, so he's just going to go back. This is his farming pattern right now. Farm out the jungle, do a complete circle, push out bottom when anybody shows himself on the map. And I think this is the correct play. This is a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah, Madara, I think he wanted that Invis room, but Sumail comes in, snags it, but they are going to be able to get the ultimate. No, Sumail gets away with just 50 HP. Now PPD takes up the ultimate. The relocate comes in. They're going to be able to jump onto Skylark here, get that one kill. Fear actually drops quite low, but the mech actually keeps him alive. Thug, just not enough burst damage. Now Universe comes in pretty deep. In top of that Midnight Pulse, looks like they may just use the Black Hole on him, try to use everything to be able to pop Universe. Meanwhile, Madara is keeping the rest of Evil Geniuses at bay. Successful fight for London Conspiracy at last.
And I just heard LC start to yell, and it just feels like they're reinvigorated after that fight. And they were so close 2 separate occasions to killing Sumail. He didn't know that the sentry was up there, and he gets lanced at like 1 HP left. And this is going to mean a mid tower as well for LC. I mean, they just got back into this game because Madara just picked up so much gold off of getting 2 sprees. And imagine if he had been able to get that godlike spree off of that Queen of Pain as well.
Oh man, the fact that Sumail got away with 50 HP was so huge. PPD getting the Aphotic Shield off in time to be able to save his ally meant that London Conspiracy are not fully back, but they do at least complete the Manta now on Madara. The split pushing that we were seeing from before on this Phantom Lancer is now about to get twice as troublesome.
Yeah, and his farming patterns, I'm a really big fan of it right now because he just farms. It's a little bit risky, but he understands too that EG are playing so focused onto that top side of the map that he realizes that farming his jungle for once is okay. And now he rotates to the enemy jungle because he realizes that if EG want to get aggressive again, they're going to move down and around like this to try to enter the jungle of London Conspiracy.
Right.
And so this is just a safe play. Like, as weird as that sounds, it's the enemy jungle at this phase in the game that's the safest place for you to farm. And plus, EG is going to go for Roshan. Like, that's the next natural target. Spartan's got a Blink Dagger. I think it's better than going for something like the BKB, for example. Like, you have to go all in at this point. Like, hope for the best possible hold that you can. And Madara has to be careful here. In London Conspiracy, what they're hoping for is 1 or 2 heroes tops to TP, but they have to realize everybody's going to be sent for this one.
Yeah, the biggest problem is going to be PPD on the front lines who already uses borrow time. The Spartan does manage to get away. The Aphotic Shield Sumail gets blown up. Good blade takes him out. PPD don't borrow time. It's exactly the fight London Conspiracy we're searching for. So now Universe is going to be forced back. Mana burned away. Fear He's actually been perched up. They're going to try to stop him. Malphus gets him before he can TP out. And now Bloody Conspiracy have just taken down 3 of Evil Geniuses and will now get a tier 3.
There's no buyback on
Evil
Queen of
Geniuses
Pain or the Abaddon as well. The Nature's Prophet doesn't have buyback. That's 3 of your core heroes. That's a 30-minute Rax right now for a team that was holed up in their base this entire time. LC smells blood. They're going for this mid-Rax as well, and they should be able to get it.
Oh my god, 2 sets of Raxes by 32 minutes. This is insane. Evil Geniuses, unfortunately, they do have that tier 2 still up in the bottom lane. But London Conspiracy, what a setup there. Perfect read by them, knowing that they had the opportunity to farm up the top lane and get the pickoffs when Evil Geniuses completed Roshan and in turn looked to defend, making the best of a bad situation. London Conspiracy somehow ahead now at 32 minutes, 18-21. Look at the gold lead and the experience lead just skyrocket upwards through those last couple of fights.
As you can see, I keep turning around and look at them, and they're clapping, they're going insane, they're so hyped, and so am I, as a 12k gold lead just swings the other way, and that was all that Lina right there, because what she did was beautiful. She sends up PPD because he realizes that Sumail is so reliant on that Abaddon being able to get aggressive that he uses up the Abaddon as they throw the roar onto Queen of Pain, immediately bursts him, and then they take the man advantage, and from there, I mean, no buybacks on anyone on EG.
Now they're actually looking so good. The lack of disables here from Evil Geniuses is going to play so badly into the fact that Spartan is about to complete his BKB. Blink BKB means he's got so many more opportunities for big black holes. And Spartan's already done pretty admirably with the limited opportunities he's had with his ultimate. Once he gets that BKB, he will have pretty much the world as his oyster at that point.
Yeah, now EG are starting to get aggressive, and I mean,
they have
who would have thought 4 minutes ago the type of position that they were in, that they were the ones that had to force things. And LC, they're in a pretty position as they've taken out 2 sets of racks, 1 set left to go, but they can just kind of slow roll this because again, they've got the Phantom Lancer to fall back on, and he's getting so farmed. He does have buyback, so EG have to anticipate this, and if they lose this fight, this could just mean the game as they still don't have buyback on a lot of core heroes.
Evil Geniuses, it's too early on in the game for them to be at a 2-lane Rax disadvantage, so they need to be able to even this out, even if it is taking at least 1 set of Rax. The problem is Moderate's getting a lot of pushing time here in the bottom lane as he gets the tier 2 tower. Look at this, Skylark maybe even thinking of going for initiation here on the side. Has his Blink Dagger as well as his Necronomicon available on the side. He also has his Boots of Travel ready to go, and sure enough, that's what he's going to go for. Might as well. They're going to try and force Evil Geniuses back into a defensive position by pushing down this bottom lane. Sure enough, that's exactly what EG do. They start backing themselves away, go for the TP back. Tier 3 tower is going to drop anyway. Modera's still managing to finish that one up. The rest of the Evil Geniuses just running backwards, but EG really didn't gain anything for that one. Now Modera drops a little bit low.
He knows he can fight Sumail if he decides to blink aggressively, and he knows that the Queen of Pain, he's actually going to fight
that's
this.
That's what Sumail does. The offensive blink, and the doppelganger to dodge the Sonic Wave. Kills Sumail in one quick, clean route, and now goes
Fear's
for
going
Fear.
down too.
The TP away, but Fear, he's down and out. Now LUA, he's trying to survive. Meanwhile, the side, Skylark, GG! London Conspiracy take out Evil Geniuses here in Austin, Texas.
Wow, and the 2 tournament favorites immediately knocked out. Both VP and LC.
The Greeks are going wild right now on stage.
Oh man, and what a game that was too. A 12k gold and experience lead for EG that entire game, and then in one fell swoop, it all changes with 2 sets of racks going their way.
It all comes down to incredibly good team decision making and coordination from London Conspiracy that manages to find just the one pickoff, and a lot of it just, they found the perfect pickoffs too. They take out Sumail first. Universe wasn't even in that fight towards the end, and his Aegis was pretty much meaningless at that point in time. I mean, London Conspiracy set that up beautifully to be able to counteract the Roshan from EG.